Hello, and welcome to my channel, Yogi.Queen53, the healing safe space for everybody. Today's class is Rooted and Resilient, Claiming Your Center Yoga Flow. As we celebrate Black History Month, we are reminded of the resilience of the Black community. This class will focus on grounding, postures, and centered breath work to help you build your internal balance. I was reminded today of my own resilience as I have arthritis and was diagnosed a few years ago. And with the extremely cold temperatures, I have been in a lot of pain the last few days, and so much so that I struggled really to put together this class today. However, based on the title of this class, I decided that I am going to also be resilient and press through. So we're going to get started. This class, we'll see how long this class is today. Usually I do 20 minutes to 30 minutes, but I'm listening to my body today, and I'm still committed to moving, even though it's been a bit of a struggle. So we're going to get started, and today we're going to focus on some standing poses. So I want you to join me on the mat, and I have this on because I'm trying to keep my body warm, just so that it helps me in this practice. Okay, so we're going to start with mountain pose. So plant your feet hips width apart, pressing your heels, the bottoms of your feet, your toes firmly into the ground beneath you. Bring your hands to your sides, palms facing forward, fingers spread wide. And we're going to start here in mountain pose. I want you to visualize your feet being connected to the earth beneath you, your legs being strong, holding you up. I want you to tighten your thigh muscles, squeezing, engaging your calves, your knees, standing firm. I want you to bring your shoulders back and down. I want you to imagine that you have a string at the top of your head, pulling you up nice and tall. And stay here in mountain pose as we begin to focus in on our breath. The reason why I emphasize the breath throughout my yoga practices is because it is how we connect with our bodies. As we're inhaling through our nose, we are expanding and adding oxygen to our muscles. And as we are exhaling, we are releasing and contracting and grounding with our outgoing breath. So I had a teacher who focused in on prompting us to breathe, and it was very helpful for me because if you think about it, oftentimes we're not really focused on our breath because it's something that we just naturally do. But if you really begin to be mindful and think about your breath and being conscious of inhaling through your nose deliberately and exhaling out of your mouth, you you start to make that mind-body connection. And so that is why I prompt us to breathe throughout the class, because oftentimes when we're doing a difficult movement or doing something that we're not used to, what do? We hold our breath. We don't even realize we're doing it. But if you start to be more mindful and notice, you will recognize that there are times when you are not connected to your breath. And that's what can hold anxiety in your body, tension, stress in your body when you're not connecting to your breath. It's all connected together with your nervous system. So from here, we're going to begin with 5 breaths, inhaling through our nose. And release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands to your waist and shift your weight over to your right leg and bring your left heel up off the floor as you are flexing your toes, and begin to gently do a circular motion as you roll out your ankle, your toes, your feet. I know with my arthritis, I do feel it in my feet and in my lower back and in my hands. So I encourage you to roll out your feet. A lot of times we wear shoes all the time. And if we're not wearing shoes, we're wearing slippers. And if we're not wearing slippers, we're wearing flip-flops. We're always wearing something where we don't walk around barefoot and allowing our feet to just be without any form. And that's not exactly good for our feet all the time. So, switching over to the left leg, put your weight over here and begin to roll out your right leg, lifting your heel off the floor. Just rolling out that foot, your ankle. And come to stillness. Okay, so bring your hands back down. And so now we're going to begin to gently sway at the waist for willow tree. Shifting your body to the right and the left. Gently warming up the spine with this motion. Begin to tap. Take your hands and tap your body. Gently lifting the heel. hands and gently tap your torso and your back. Bringing our hands up and gently tapping our shoulders. Bring it back down, back to the center, back to your torso. Gentle tapping. And back down to your hips. And slow it down. And come back to center. Bringing your feet together. Here, we're going to bring our arms up, clasping our fingers together, bringing our pointer fingers together, and bend to the right. Make sure you are pressing that left side body down, both heels firmly planted into your mat. Come back up to center and gently over to the left. Again, make sure that right heel is not lifting up off the floor. Pressing both heels into the floor, squeezing those thighs, grounding down into the floor. Again, to the right. And back to center and to the left. And back to center. One more time on the right. Right side bend. And come back to center. And left side bend. And back to center, bringing your hands down and release. Next, we're going to do spread leg forward fold. Okay, so open your legs apart. Make sure your feet are firmly planted, and we're going to begin to fold at the waist. And just stop here. Make sure your thighs are engaged, that you are pressing back into your heels. And if this is as far as you can go, that is fine. I have my blocks here to show you that you can use your blocks as a support, placing them here in front. Nose facing the floor. And if you want to stay here, that's fine. If you feel too much pressure or strain in the backs of your thighs doing this pose, you can gently put a little bend in your knees. Okay? Don't collapse in your chest, just continue to hold here. Okay, but if you're able to keep your legs straight, that's fine. And if you want to come down further with a full extension here, letting your head drop towards the floor, you can place your hands in front of you on the ground if you like, or you can hold at your ankles and let your head hang here, letting your elbows come out to the sides. and hold here. Placing your hands on the floor in front of you and bending slightly at the knees, gently coming up, bending at the waist, and come back up to standing. Let's do that one more time. Again, hands on your waist and gently begin to hinge at the waist. And hold here if this feels good to you. If not, you can go further. Bring your hands down to your blocks. And if you want to go further, bring your head down towards the floor, hands to the floor, and hold here. Continue to connect with your breath, breathing in through your nose, exhaling out the mouth. Again, inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Slight bend in the knees and begin to slowly come up, one vertebrae at a time, to standing. From here, I'm going to point our right foot towards the front of the mat and position our back leg and foot at a side angle, pointing at a side angle. From here, gently begin to put bend in your front right knee. Okay, you can place your hands here for support and hold here. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Your back leg should be engaged and providing you with support here. You may feel a little wobbly, but that's okay. Just hold the pose as best as you can. Now we're going to begin to hinge forward at the waist, bringing our hands behind us and clasping our hands. Coming down, bringing our chin to our knee, forehead towards the floor, and from here, lifting our arms up into humble warrior. Pressing both feet into the ground. And like I said, it's okay if you get a little wobbly. We're challenging our muscles to do things that they don't normally do. Bring your arms back down and release here and gently come back up, placing your hands on your hips. Turn that right foot back to a V shape here, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side, turning our left toes towards the top of the mat, adjusting our right foot, going parallel to the mat, bending into that left front knee, and hold here. Inhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Begin to hinge at the waist, bringing your chin to your knee, forehead pointed towards the floor, interlacing those fingers and bringing our arms up, pinching those shoulder blades together for humble warrior. And hold here. And bringing our hands back down, gently release and come up to standing, turning our feet in a V back towards the side of the mat. From here, we are going to point our toes out and bring our hands up and sink down into our goddess pose. Hold here, engaging your belly, your thighs. Hold here. Feel that rooted strength shooting through your feet as you hold this pose, recognizing your resilience, recognizing that you are powerful and that you can weather any storm. Even if the wind blows, you are steady, you are grounded, and you are sure. From here, come back up to standing and release. You may need to shake out your legs. And that's good. All right. So now we're going to go into tree pose. I'm going to do a modified version of tree because I have not gotten to the point where I can place my foot on the inner thigh. So you can start off with tree by lifting your right heel off the floor and turning your foot and bringing your heel to the inside of your left ankle, bringing your hands up and palms together, and hold here for modified tree. If you want to get a little bit more adventurous, you can lift that right foot and place it on the inside of your left calf. You do not want to position it next to your knee because we don't want to do anything that would potentially injure the knee. So placing the foot on the calf and hold here. Shoulders back and down, chest up. Feel your foot connecting to the earth. You may be wobbly and wiggly here, but again, you are standing firm, you are standing tall. Bring your hands up, open, and release. Good job. Pedal your feet out. And we're going to do tree pose on the right side. So, shifting your weight to your right foot, lifting your left heel off of the floor, and bringing your left heel to your right ankle for modified tree. Arms come up, palms together, and hold here. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. Again, inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. I'm going to attempt to bring my left foot to my right calf, but this is my weak ankle, so my tree may sway just a bit. But I'm gonna attempt it because this is how you get resilient. This is how you get strong. And even if it doesn't look perfect, it's okay. You're trying. So, bringing my left foot back down to modified tree pose. And arms come up. And we're going to release. Okay. All right. So, next we're going to do our yogi squat. This pose has always been a challenge for me because depending on how limber or loose my feet are and the ankles are, is if I can do it with my heels on the ground. But oftentimes my heels are off the ground. The goal is to be able to get to the pose where your feet are firmly flat on the ground. But it does take time. And depending on what's going on in your body that day, you may be able to do it, you may not. We shall see. So, step with your feet apart and your toes are pointed outward a little bit. And then you are going to bring your hands together and gently begin to lower down into a squat position. Now, you take your elbows and bring them on the inside of your knees and push your knees open. Okay? And hold here. If you need to modify, you can always use blocks. Even if you just gently put them underneath you so that you can experience the position without extra stress. And you see I was able to sit up better with support. So it's good to use the blocks. It's good to use the yoga props. As you practice, you'll get better and you'll learn what your body needs. And each time you practice, you may be able to do more of one thing or less than one thing. The point is to listen to your body and connect with your body. Don't worry about what the person to the right or the left of you is doing, or the person in front of you who may be able to twist herself into him or himself into a pretzel. That's fantastic for them, but this is your personal practice. And the only competition you have is within yourself to do better and to be better and to grow as a person who is experiencing yoga. So, we're going to come out of this pose. You can take your hands and place them on the floor and gently lean onto your toes, pressing up, straightening your legs here. You can bring your hands to shins for flat back and release. Bending slightly at the knees and coming up. Arms up, overhead, and bringing your hands to heart center. Very good. All right, so we are going to slide our blocks over to the side here. And starting at the back of our mat, gently forward fold and walk our hands to the front of the mat for plank, and bring your knees down. Open your knees, bringing your feet and heels together, and simply lower down gently into child's pose, bringing your head, your forehead to the floor. Focus here on the natural rhythm of your breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling out the mouth. Gently begin to walk your hands back and come onto your bottom, extending your legs out front. And from here, we're going to lower down into our Shavasana, our final resting pose. So you can extend your legs and have your palms facing up to receive, or palms facing down to ground. Since we are doing our rooted and resilient practice, we're going to keep our palms down as we ground here. Take these next few moments to just breathe naturally. Allow your body to relax. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, rolling over to whatever side serves you, pressing up and coming into a seated position. Thank you for participating tonight in this practice with me. The light in me honors, respects, and loves the light in you. Namaste. Thank you. And once again, I want to share this with you. Resilience isn't about being rigid. It's about becoming deeply rooted so that you can weather any storm. I hope this practice tonight helped you to feel that you are anchored and that you are rooted and grounded and have a firm foundation. Thank you again. Please continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Yogi.Queen53, the healing safe space for everybody.